This week on Country Music Junkies, we have a little bit of a twist to the feature for this week. Instead of featuring a musical act, which we typically do on this part of the show, we actually have two people from TNT's Private Lives of Nashville Wives. We have Anna and Betty. They are sisters, and they are two of the six women featured on that show. Betty, Anna, thank you so much for joining us.
Hello, Kara!
We are very pleased to have you, and we really appreciate your time today. I'm sure everything is very busy, but I wanted to kind of, just off the hop, for fans who haven't necessarily heard of the show or seen the show, and I think it's probably hard for them to not have heard of the show, it's all over the place, but if they haven't necessarily seen the show, can you kind of, one of you, give us a little bit of an overview of what Private Lives of Nashville Wives is all about?
I'll answer this, Betty. We can both answer, but let me start. First of all, I want to thank all of the viewers that we have in Canada currently. I cannot tell you how supportive thousands of people have been with the show. They love it. They tweet us on Fridays. You guys are the friendliest people, and I love your accent. We're very happy to be talking to you, and I'll let Betty do all the other work. You know, the show is behind the scenes a private look into our world here in Nashville, and a lot of us, yes, are married. Anna isn't, I'm not. Anna isn't, and Sarah just recently got divorced. But I do think that they try to stay very true to actually how we do live. You know, people kind of assume that we have some kind of glamorous red carpet life. And being married to a musician for more than 2 decades, it is a total opposite than a red carpet, life. It's like, being a single parent, number one. Number two, it's very, very, very honest and true to how hard the life of a musician is.
Wow. Well,
they really aptly captured it. This is Anne speaking. The biggest character in the show is the city of Nashville. As you guys know, Nashville is like one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. And it really shows that the city of Nashville is the home of the modern day Renaissance man or woman. And what I mean by that is this: you can be a doctor by day and a drummer by night. You can be a teacher by day and a painter by night. Everyone here, they have these two lives. There's many different cultures. We all kind of blend together. It's definitely a utopia.
Well, I definitely think that that's something interesting that you kind of touched on there, because I think that there is this kind of idea that, everyone in Nashville that's a superstar in the country scene has this crazy superstar lifestyle. And I know Betty, your husband, Raul, with the Mavericks, has had a crazy, amazing career in music. And I know a lot of the women on the show are married to songwriters or people in the industry. But it's interesting that you said that, it's not as glamorous as you would expect it to be. And is that really evident within the show? Do you see kind of the nitty-gritty, not-so-fun side of Nashville, too?
I believe that you do. I believe that you see on the show how, because people just assume that our lives are glamorous, they think that we need to act a certain way, but you actually see us taking out the garbage, doing the dishes, cleaning the house. They really portrayed it to be as real as it is. It's not your other type of housewife show where it's all fancy and there's lunches and all this fancy stuff. No. It is balls to the wall real.
That's awesome.
But one thing you do see is that although it's 2014, you see women here that are still in those southern roles where they don't say what they mean. They're very society, you have a very serious face. You kind of like, your responses are geared around what's the sweet thing to say. So if you've got a big butt, they'll be like, so your face, you look great. And when you turn around, they're like, bless her heart, her butt has just gotten so big.
Oh man, that's awesome. In terms of kind of your roles within the show, as I said, you two are sisters. Does having your lives on film now change your relationship as sisters, or change your relationship with the other women on the show, the other 4 who are kind of main characters along with you both?
Actually, it's for me, and this is Betty. It made it easier to be on the show having Anna on it because in the moment it's great having a sibling there. Where Anna, does my hair look bad? Do I have anything in my teeth? I would hate to do this alone like the other girls. I feel like I was offered a great opportunity in that they chose Anna and I.
Absolutely.
It made it easier.
Now, how did the show kind of come together?
I really don't know how it all went down. They called Anna, what do you think? Initially, they ran an ad here in the newspaper, for a casting call. And a friend of mine called me up about it and said it was called Housewives of Nashville. And a friend of mine sent it to me and said, you should try out for this. Only because he knew I'm very outspoken, that I don't have a mouth filter, which they always fight with me about. He said I need a mouth muzzle. And I just, I called Betty and she's a married one, and she says, well, let's try out with me. I said, so what if you're not married? And you'll find a husband this way, and I can get you off of my hands. And we went in and auditioned, and kind of went through all of the different cuts a lot of people were trying out, and we were lucky that TNT was doing it, Evolution Media, the production company that is the #1 leader in the Housewives, world, and they took really good care of us, and it's a great show.
Well, that's great, and that's a great story, and very cool to kind of see behind the scenes how something like this actually comes together. I know the fan response has been amazing for this show, but in terms of you guys and filming this show, what sort of challenges did you face having your life on camera?
Actually, I and Raul and the boys, we would vote every Friday for a year and, go over the cons, going over, the pros and the cons, and it was quite a struggle. I did not want to do anything to embarrass the boys, and of course, we never know what's going to go down in the editing room.
Absolutely.
But the reason why I think that we chose to do it was because Anna and I are both, what you see is what you get. We're very transparent, and neither one of us are ashamed of what we've done in our life or how we live our lives. And, I was not scared to share that side of my life to the world because I have it all. I really do have it all. I'm quite blessed.
Well, that is great. And Anna,
this is it for me. I was very methodical in the way that I went into this. I only showed one side of my personality. You don't hear me talk about my business. You do not see my children. You just see this free spirit, scooter riding, fun person. That's all you see. And then now in season 2, now that I feel more comfortable with the editing, maybe show my kids, maybe show my business. Who knows? We're like onions, many, many layers.
Well, if fans want to check out Private Lives of Nashville Wives, how can they do that? I know, of course, they can go to the CMT website and check it out there. Can they connect with you both specifically? Are you on social media or anything like that?
Oh, yes. You can go to our website, AnnaandBetty.com, and it's Anna with one N. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook. You can go to Betty Bag's website. My sister's got an incredible jewelry and accessory company.
Wow. Multi-talented.
Yes, I love social media. I'm very involved in it. So if anybody wants to ask any kind of question, my handle is @BettyMalo.
Excellent, and that's BettyMalo. For fans who need the spelling for that. Fans, be sure to check out Private Lives of Nashville Wives. There have been 8 episodes aired. I'm sure you can probably find them online if you haven't, if you've missed a couple or a few along the way. Betty, Anna, thank you so much for chatting with us today. We really appreciate it, and we'll definitely be sure to hopefully circle back with you guys as the show continues, and good luck with everything.
Only 2 episodes left, and the next one that's coming up is one of the best. Betty and I pull a trick on a poormatch.com date you don't want to miss.
Excellent. Well, fans, be sure to check that out. Absolutely. Betty, Anna, thank you so much. Anything else you'd like to say to the fans up here in Canada?
Yes, we love Canada.